Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be walking you through my top eats in Oahu. We spent like 6 or 7 days on the island and we ate a ton of places. So I narrowed it down to 5 places. These places were so delicious and it was actually really hard to rank it from least to favorite because I loved all of them. I ate at a few places that I didn't like as much and I didn't include them in the video because then it would just be way too long. But I've included 2 other places in there that I actually wanted to give like an honorable mention. I'm not going to count it towards my top 5 because it's not really like a meal. They're more like snacks. So yeah. But anyways, let's get started. So the first place I'm going to be talking about is Island Vintage Coffee, and I went there literally every single day and I got the Vintage Kona Mocha. So basically what that is it's kind of like a Frappuccino but so much better. It's like a mocha flavored, but then it has like little bits of espresso beans ground up into it, and it just was delicious. It was never too watery, it was never too icy, it was just perfect every single day that I got it. It was so good. The second place that I'm going to be talking about is Jewel or Juice, and this was my favorite pitaya bowl. Whenever I go to these smoothie bowl places, I don't normally get acai bowls. I usually get dragon fruit bowls. I'm not sure why, but I've always been drawn to them a little bit more. But Jewel or Juice, it was about 45 minutes away from where we stayed, but I managed to get there 2 times and I'm so happy because it was so good. The consistency was always so good, the fruit were always really fresh, and it was topped off with this like local honey and it was so delicious. So 5th on my list is Leonards for the malasadas, and the malasadas are, I think it's like an island donut. They have plenty of locations throughout the island, but the one we went to in particular was at the outlet mall. It was a little bit hard to find, but it was so worth it. These donuts were like about this size and they were coated in the cinnamon sugar, and you could either get it plain or you could get it stuffed with different types of creams, hopias, chocolate, things like that. So we got an assortment of them and they were just so good. They were hot, fresh, gooey, just a different texture than what you've had before. It kind of reminds me of the Chinese donuts that you get at the buffets, but obviously on steroids. It
has a unique
texture?
Texture, a little chewy, a little like, yeah.
Ooh, I like it.
There's a lot of bread though.
What flavor is this? Original?
I like it. They were so good and gooey and reasonably priced. It was just very delicious, and I just keep dreaming about these ooey gooey donuts, and I wish I could have another one. I only made it out there one time, and I'm super sad about that, but it was so good. Okay, so 4th on my list is going to be Ted's Bakery. It's about an hour away from where we stayed on the North Shore. We drove out there to try the famous garlic shrimp, and it was super delicious. We got 3 because we're trying it. This one is a combination plate, so we got the Hawaiian ribs and the garlic shrimp, and then 2 more orders of it. One is spicy and then one is regular. We got rice and mac salad. It was kind of unlike any other shrimp I've eaten before. It had like a crispy shell on it, but then it was topped with garlic, butter, and this delicious maybe Parmesan cheese. It was really, really good. And in the bowl, it had like leftover garlic juice. And pro tip, pour that all over your rice. Ted's was really good, but I wouldn't say it's like the best thing I ever ate. Is it good?
Okay.
Yeah? Best shrimp you ever ate?
No, alright.
But it was good and worth trying, and I heard it's the best garlic shrimp on the island. I didn't get to try any of the other like food truck garlic shrimp stuff, but this one was really good. So the 3rd place on my list is going to be called My Cafe. It is a brunch slash breakfast place. We had a slightly large party of like around 8 people or something like that, so we had to wait roughly 45 minutes to an hour, so it was a bit of a wait. It was super duper busy, but the place is really small, but it was so good. Dan got the Loco Moco, which I was kind of hesitant about because it just doesn't sound like a dish that I would really like, but he got it anyways and it was so good. It was so good. I wish I could have some of it right now. The fried rice that they put the Loco Moco on top of, or made the Loco Moco with, was so buttery and flavorful, and it had all this meat. It had mushrooms in it, and I don't like mushrooms, so I just avoided it, but oh my god, that fried rice was so good. Anyways, what else? We had the trio of pancakes. We changed it up from the original flight that's up there. They're super nice. If you just ask them, you can pick the ones you want instead of the 3 that are already on there. So we got the chocolate taro, we got the malasala pancakes, and then we got the cookie butter one. The malasala ones were obviously a fan favorite. It was so good. It was kind of like a churro pancake. It was so crispy but airy but still moist, and it was just delicious. Like, it was so good. It was unlike any other pancake I've ever had before. It was so good. The other 2 pancakes were good too, but it's just hard to even think about it when it was on the same plate as the malasala pancakes.
The thing is good. I'm gonna try these this pancake. The potatoes, right?
I like dance rice too.
Dance rice is really good.
I like it a lot, actually.
It's really good.
Some of the beef and gravy.
I like that and the galbi the
I
best.
just want a piece to put in my mouth right
Under
now.
the, yeah,
Just a little piece to put in my mouth. Oh, okay. This is a really big piece. I guess I'll eat it. Oh, it's too big. Okay. This is really big.
Yeah.
Hey, this pancake is really good.
Best thing you ate?
I gave you some rice, baby.
Can I maybe this one?
Oh, it will.
Okay. You want such big pieces. How can I eat all of this? Chocolate taro. Okay, the other one's better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can tell me that one. That one's good.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you have to eat first.
Because you don't get a lot of
Then you watch
gooiness.
TV later.
It's good.
Oh, the other one. Which one is this? Cookie butter?
This one's cookie butter. You can try it. Okay, the malasala pancake is the best one. I like this one a lot.
Yeah.
This one's so good. I don't know if I'm gonna pass it.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. Okay.
You guys can see how passionate I am when it comes to food. I'm like tearing up a little bit just thinking about how delicious these pancakes are. Anyways, another good thing to get at my cafe were these crispy potatoes that basically came with every meal. And I don't know how they fried these little home fries to perfection, but it was the crispiest home fries I've ever had. I don't even know if you guys are going to be able to trust my judgment on these food items or places, because everything I'm saying right now is making me salivate, and I'm just like, it was the best thing ever. It was so good, unlike any other. But honestly, like I said, this is a list of things that I put together and eliminated a bunch of other places, and these are my top island eats. And so obviously, even though one is number 5 and one is number 1, I loved all of them, and I was so confused on how to rank these things. But anyways, number 2 on my list is Ono Seafood, and I had such a hard time figuring out if I wanted to do this number 2 or number 1, but ultimately I put it as number 2. It is this tiny little poke shop, really unsuspecting. But once you walk in there, you see the signs of how much it's been recognized. It's like one of the top places to eat in the US, recognized by Yelp. They have a whole bunch of other awards. So basically you follow this little trail to go and you order, and you can pick out different types of poke that's on the wall. You don't actually get to see them first. You just pick it out. But we got the shoyu ahi and then I think the Hawaiian style poke. The shoyu stole the show. Oh my gosh, it was like a flavor bomb in this little to-go package. Got the Hawaiian style and the shoyu poke, ahi poke. It comes with rice and 2 scoops of the poke and a drink for $10. The shoyu is really good. I really like that one. It had limu seaweed. It was flavored and seasoned with soy sauce and other things, and sesame seeds and furikake, and oh my god, it was so good. And they put it on top of rice, and I'm not sure if they put extra sauce on top of the rice or if it all just came from the seasoning of the poke, but it seeped through to the rice, so it was kind of like a jus for the rice, and it was so good. And all the poke in Hawaii is buttery, melt in your mouth, deliciousness, and I'm literally salivating thinking about it right now because it was so good. And it was like on the last day that we were on the island, so I couldn't get it twice, but I would have if I had it earlier. It was so, I'm literally salivating. Anyways, it was so good. It's number 2 on my list, and Ono Seafood, I cannot wait to eat you again. I just want like 5 scoops of that shoyu ahi poke, and oh man, I'm just dreaming about you. It's so good. Kind of tearing up again. Okay, on to number 1 on my list. Poke on the run. Oh my goodness. Okay, I found this place on Yelp. It was super highly rated, and it was along the way to a beach we were going to that day. So I was like, hey, let's stop by this place and get these poke nachos that everyone was talking about. So we pulled up, and there's a huge line. We can see it like coming out of the door. When we open the door, the place is jam-packed. It's a bunch of locals. So I'm like, yes, we hit a gold mine, because I love when I go to the places where the locals are, because I know it's not a hype. It's just good food that the locals even want to stand in line to eat. So I was so excited. We finally got to order, and someone recommended the like pork / poke nachos, and we got it because we saw a bunch of people ordering it and people making it, and it just looked so good. We ordered 2 other things. I think it was the shoyu chicken and the ahi katsu. Yeah, anyways, those things we don't even really need to talk about. These poke nachos were so good. It was the entire to-go container filled up to the top where you couldn't even close it. They had to like rubber band it to close it up and put it in a bag for us. It was spicy and flavorful, and the pork was juicy, and the sauce that they topped it off with was spicy and delicious, and the chips that they used were freshly fried wonton wrappers or something like that, and it was just so good.
Này là tuna này chứ cần này. Ăn đi con.
Oh, it's spicy.
Yeah, with the like, quick one or the saucy one. Oh.
Ăn không hết rồi.
Oh yeah, it's like gingery. Not bad either. Here's the sauce.
Immediately I was like, this is the best thing I've eaten on the island, like the best thing, and I craved it every single day, but we were never like around that area to go get it again. And the day that we were gonna go out of the way to go get those nachos, it was closed. We went around like 12 or 1 o'clock, and they were sold out of so many things already because it's just so busy. So if I could recommend one place for you guys to try while you're in Oahu, it's got to be Poke on the Run. You have to go get these nachos. It will change your life, and it is so good. I still think about it to this day, and I just want to have one more bite. One more bite. Send me one more bite. I'm tearing up. Not hard for me to do, but oh my god, it was so delicious. Okay guys, thanks for tuning in and watching my Hawaii 5. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for watching my top eats in Oahu. I hope I made you so hungry, and I hope you bookmarked all of these places. They're local mom and pop shops, so you'll be supporting small businesses, which is also delicious and great and awesome. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.